One of the biggest lessons I've ever learned throughout my career is that many workplace challenges are not actually performance problems. They are often human system problems. Earlier in my career, I was brought into an organization to help strengthen collaboration between teams and improve how internal resources were supporting the broader business. As I began working with one particular team, I noticed a pattern. The people were talented, they were experienced, they cared deeply about the work they were doing. But our conversations often became focused on defending existing approaches instead of exploring new possibilities. New ideas were sometimes met with hesitation, different perspectives created tension, change felt personal rather than productive, and what I realized was that the challenge was not a lack of capability. The challenge was that we were trying to create something new while still operating from assumptions and processes that had been built for a different time. My role was to challenge the way we approached the work, not because what existed had no value, but because the organization needed to evolve. The questions I continued to bring forward were, how can we make this experience better for the people we serve? What possibilities are we not considering because we have always done things this way? Are our current processes helping our teams perform at their highest level, or are they unintentionally creating barriers? That experience taught me something important. Workplace challenges rarely arrive labeled as performance problems. They usually appear through everyday human experiences, conversations that can't become more about defending than creating, frustrations between teams, resistance to new ideas, processes that became harder than the work itself, people working incredibly hard but not always moving in the same direction. These are often signals that something deeper within the human system needs attention. One area organizations can explore is understanding their true capacity. What happens when a team grows from 5 to 10? What changes when the department serves 100 customers and then expands to 1,000? What conditions allow people to work with greater ownership, confidence, and clarity? High-performing teams are not created simply by adding more processes or more oversight. They are created when people understand their role, understand their impact, and understand how their contribution connects to something bigger. When people truly understand the value of their work, they are able to operate with greater ownership and purpose. So the question may not always be, how do we get people to perform better? A more powerful question might be, have we created the conditions where people can perform at their best? That is the foundation of human performance at work. Understanding human conditions that allow individuals, teams, and organizations to thrive.